Hey guys, what's going on? Joshua Elder here. Welcome back to the channel. And in this video today, I want to talk about how to make money online and what I believe to be the most profitable way to make money online here in 2018 and beyond. So if you're excited for this video, as always, give me a like. If you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel by clicking the red subscribe button, because right now I'm uploading videos on a daily basis teaching you how to build a life and business full of freedom, passion, and fulfillment. And tick the bell icon to be notified of all future videos that I upload when I upload them. So let's dive into the content. The number one way to build a business online here in 2018 is what I like to call intent-based branding. And Frank Kern was the guy that actually coined this term, so I got to give credit to him. But I've been doing this for the past 4 years without even knowing it. I was taught early on by people like Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, to go out there and give value to the marketplace, put out goodwill, and people will just start to buy your stuff. Now, obviously, there's a little bit more to that. There's more of a strategic approach, but the fundamental principle of that is very much true. And so early on in my career, when I finally got out of training mode and got into action mode, I just started giving out value, on YouTube. Not this specific channel, but I was, creating other little micro channels out there, and I was just giving value. And I had this limiting belief that if I gave too much away, that people just wouldn't buy from me. And this is a scarcity mindset that a lot of internet marketers have. They believe if they just give away their best stuff, that people won't buy their stuff. And the truth is, to teach something, to teach a comprehensive, trade, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. There's more to it than just, clicking here and cutting and pasting there and, sending out this type of email. It's more than that. It has so much to do with the mindset and so much to do with, being willing to have a big why and doing what it takes, right? It's more about the invisible than the visible. And we often talk about this. And once I realized that, it's like, wow, I had no problem giving my stuff away for free. And when I really started doing that, that's really when I started seeing massive results, and that's what I do on this channel. That's what I strive to do day in and day out, because I know how it works. I know that if I give enough goodwill out there and actually show people how to do stuff, more often than not, they'll want to pay me for it, regardless if they went out there and took a free strategy from me and executed it and made money themselves. Most people feel indebted. They feel indebted to pay you back for helping them get to where they're at. And knowing this, that's when really everything was just you know what, if people buy from me, great. If they don't, I'm just going to give so much goodwill out there, so much quality content that people will, want to buy from me at the end of the day. And so, understanding this, I understood what I was doing, that this was the process of just give value and people are going to come and buy from you, but I didn't understand the science behind it. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. What I was doing is I was building a brand, I was building a following with the intent that, through giving daily content and talking about case studies with certain coaching clients, that it would attract people to want to buy my stuff without me even trying to sell it. So let me explain exactly what I mean by this. So if we identify a particular problem in the marketplace, for example, let's say it's a real estate agent. They're struggling to, sell their listings, for example. So as somebody that would serve that specific marketplace, I would create a series of videos or a series of emails or a series of audios, maybe a podcast, whatever it is, and I would solve their biggest problems when it comes to selling listings. For example, maybe it's not seen by the right people. they're not marketing the listing the right way. I don't know, maybe they're picking the wrong listings. Of course, I'm not a real estate agent, so I don't really understand the problems. I'd have to do a lot of research. But what I would do is I would figure out the biggest 5 to 7 problems that that marketplace is having, and then I would create bite-sized pieces of content, whether it was like on Facebook or on YouTube in the form of videos like this. And I would deliver that value and help them by actually helping them with specific struggles. And I would solve their struggles in each and every one of these videos. And then I would use examples of other real estate agents that I've helped. And I talk about the story behind how I helped them, right? And so subconsciously, you know, they would kind of see that value and they would automatically think, well, if this guy's helped this person, then he could probably help me. And then I would be more than likely to reach out to him through Facebook Messenger, through email, and say, hey, I saw these videos. I understand you have this Inner Circle coaching program. I would love to join it because you helped, you know, these other people. And so that's where intent-based branding is huge, where you talk about case studies of people that you helped, and not just case studies, but actual value of how you helped them. And so what you're doing is you're creating this atmosphere where you're selling without selling, and you're building this instantaneous brand without having to like go through this process of brand building over years, which typically it takes years to build a brand. But if you recognize what people actually need and give it to them without talking about yourself, without talking about your credentials, without talking about, you know, how many degrees you have on the wall or how many Lamborghinis or how much money you've made, if you can actually demonstrate that you can solve somebody's problem, then they will give you money. When you make it about them and their problem, they will give you money, right? So what I would do is I would, number one, let me write it down here for you guys. Number one, find the biggest problems in your market. Okay? Some of you guys, you don't know what market you want to go into. I have plenty of videos in my channel that talk about how to pick a niche. I will list those in the description below that will walk you through exactly how to pick something that you're passionate about, you know, how to do market research, niche research, all that cool stuff. Once you've recognized that, number one, what you want to do is you want to find the biggest problems in your market. And you can do this by surveying your current list. Let's actually move this down here. Surveying your current list. You can do it by, and that could be like your email list, Facebook, YouTube, right? If you don't have a list, what I would do is I would go into forums and see what problems people have. I would look at other products, services that sell well, and I would reverse engineer them and find out exactly what those, you know, products are offering and how well they're selling, of course, and even maybe purchase the products, go through it, right? So that's number one. Number two, what you would now do is once you identify those problems is you would structure and script content that solves those problems. Okay, so that's number two. And this could be in the form of video, audio, text. So it could be a podcast, it could be on YouTube, it could be on Facebook, it could be through email. So number three, what we're now going to do is we're going to deliver this content. And again, depending on the type of content and the medium of the content, it's going to be on Facebook, again, YouTube, podcast, you know, etc. And furthermore, what we're going to do is we are going to demonstrate that we know what we are talking about by using case study examples and explaining exactly how we helped other people with the same struggle. And it's really as easy as that. Those 3 steps. So if you can find the biggest problems in your market, if you can structure and script content that solves those problems, and if you can deliver this content by demonstrating that you know what you're talking about by using case study examples and explaining exactly how you helped that specific client with the same struggle, then they will reach out to you and they will give you money. If you can do just that, then you will win. Forget about sales funnels. Forget about email follow-ups. If you can follow this step by step, create one piece of content, then create another piece of content that's viewed to the same people that viewed the first piece of content, and then repeat that process, people will naturally reach out to you and they will say, what can I do to join you? Because now you've demonstrated that you can actually help them. So with that being said, what I'll do is I will list these notes down in the description below. And also, if you want to learn how to build an online business from scratch and everything covered in detail, obviously I can only cover so much in this video, check out the description below. Check out my top recommended system and my Inner Circle program. And I hope you guys got value from this. If you did, give me a like, give me a comment and say, yes, I got value. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and check the resource section below. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.